All right, so we're going to take a look at some of the submissions from the last challenge, which was the I Spy challenge. But before I get into that, I want to talk about the challenge for November, which is the emoji challenge. It's basically telling you all to make emojis for the server. I think it should be fun. We've done it once before and we got some pretty cool submissions. So yeah, if you want to take part in that, come on by to Discord. There are always links in the description for that and stuff. Challenge yourself, chat with people, things like that. It's a good time. All right, so now that that's out of the way, oh yeah, the deadline is November 21st for that, so make sure you get it in by then. We got quite a few submissions for the last one, which was I Spy themed. And the whole idea is to make things like this. It's based on like a book series called I Spy. There's like a children's book where there's always a bunch of little things hidden and a list of all the things. Sometimes it's done in kind of a poetic way, but that wasn't one of the requirements for this one. But we got quite a few submissions and I think they were all pretty good effort also. And I'm just gonna go through them in order. The winner was actually one of the moderators who had no part in the judging process, by the way. It was all popular vote, so they just got the most votes. And I think it was really good. It's pretty photorealistic too. And we'll look at that, but I'm just gonna go through in order. So first is GG. And I'm not actually gonna try to find everything in all of them because honestly, there are some things that are hidden that are a little ambiguous. I'm not quite sure if I actually found everything or not. And that's part of the challenge. But anyway, this is a 2D style. It looks like it was some grease pencil outlines and things like that. I think it's pretty neat. Good effort. So we got a few different cats. White is this one for sure. Yellow on the lampshade, brown on the door. We have orange striped, and there was some ambiguity about that they were talking about in the comments over here. Let's see. Yeah, saying that they're, instead of orange striped, it's supposed to be orange and also striped. So not quite sure, but we have orange, which is right here, striped. I'm not quite sure. I was thinking maybe it's this tail right here, if that's a tail, but I'm also not quite sure what this thing on the ceiling is supposed to be, so there's a little ambiguity surrounding that. And then black, I believe, is this one. It's just some ears. It's a pretty cute little scene. I enjoyed it. I'd like to see more stuff of this style. I like that they did something that's not typical 3D, going for realism or whatever. The next one we have is Eraser 45. Which was a pretty cool style. Let's find that. This one was pretty tough for me to find stuff in. It's also very tall, so you had to zoom in quite a bit. But check this style out. This is also very stylized. Like, I feel like this is also like kind of 2D style, but in a very different way. The other one was cartoony with outlines. This one has a very like painterly quality with all the leaves. It's very neat. But yeah, so 5 lanterns. I haven't actually tried to find every single thing, but we're supposed to look for 5 lanterns. Let's see. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, like it says, too easy. But I like that it kind of scales up. Water source, I assume, is the well. Hole in the wall. That was one that I wasn't quite sure about. Like, it could be a hole in the tree, but I don't really know if that counts as a wall or if these rocks are a wall. And if that's the case, then I don't know if I see a hole in it. So again, that's one thing where like, I don't really know if I found it or not, but that's probably the biggest challenge with all of this, is making things that are like obvious enough when people find it that they know they found it. So then we got all of these other things. Eyes, coins, bucket, cold fly. I'm not sure what a cold fly is. Some type of bug. Cold fly. Nothing is immediately popping out at me. I do like eyes. I feel like that's kind of an interesting one. Like, that could be eyes, but again, there's some like ambiguity. Maybe that's a thing that people enjoy also about this. So yeah, that looks like eyes. And there's supposed to be 3 sets. Anyway, I think this one, I don't want to spend too long on each one. If you want to try to find the rest, come check this one out. I think Eraser 45 did a good job. You can also check out the wireframe for all of these, which could kind of help you find some of the things. But this one was very built up and stylized. But yeah, if you want to find more, then you can check it out on Discord. All right, the next one is Redragon, which who almost won. I think they got second. Paragon Animations. I really like this one, mostly because it's very in keeping with the theme. So this one has a whole ton of little things hidden, and I do think I found everything. Okay, so let's take a look. I'm looking for a miniature cannon. That's right there. Small chair, there's right there. 7 old keys, so there are 7 keys hidden. I'll just go top to bottom. Just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but that might not be an old key, so I'll not count that one yet. That's 5 though. I think that's a key, so I'll say that's 6, and that's 7. Oh, maybe that's not a key because there's another one right here. So that would be 7. I like the decoy key. Ruler. I think that's the ruler right here. A pair. That's the pair. 5 arrows. So I saw one right here. 2, 3, 4, and then there's 5. A mischievous cat. That's this one right here for sure. I saw that before. A golf ball. I remember where this one is. That's in this tree right here. That was a good hiding spot because it's with a bunch of similar things. And a wooden bat. That's this right here. So I really liked this one. I especially like how scattered everything is. There's like a ton of stuff to find, so it makes it a little challenging. And I like the tiny bookshelf on the bookshelf. It's funny to me. All right, so yeah, good job. Let's check out the next one. This one we have, I guess, cheese, but with 33 instead of a Z. This one, I believe they said they are kind of a beginner, which is fine. I think they actually did a really good job considering like the time limit and how much experience they had. So let's check that one out. Yeah, so it's very low poly, but I think it suits this challenge well, like the theme. It fits pretty well to me. And there's definitely enough detail that things are hidden pretty well. Okay, so I think that's the rat sensei. You can see the 4 turtles. So yeah, aliens. I assume those are aliens. Don't know where the third one is. Yeah, I'm not sure immediately where the third one is. So there's 3 blue cars. It looks like that's one over here. There's another one. And there's one right there. 5 monotone droids. I assume that's these guys. So there's 3. And then there's some more up here. I like the little detail of like the portals and stuff like that. I feel like that kind of gives you a little more of a hint that that's actually what you're looking for, instead of them just being like in a crowd with other people. Kind of like how the rat sensei has the turtles, just like Ninja Turtles. And then 5 balloons. So there are balloons scattered around. I already saw there's one over here. That looks like 2, 3, 4. And there's one more somewhere in here. There's one. So yeah, that's everything. I do think this was a pretty good one. And again, that's cheese. The next one was by 4 Mars. It's this donut one. There are actually 2 donut ones. So this is the first donut one. And yeah, their list is on Discord, so I'll just pull that up on the side. There was some stuff I wasn't able to find, or some things that were kind of ambiguous, but I still think that the actual rendering of it is pretty nice looking. But yeah, so love at first sight and a couple walking by. See, that could be a couple. So that's probably the couple. I think maybe that is love at first sight, but again, I'm not quite sure. Let's special sprinkles. I spy 3. So this was one that I was having trouble with, and we actually talked about it here. It's just that there are some sprinkles that are different colors. I have like a slight color blindness issue, and so I didn't even really try too hard to like figure out which ones were different. Like these 2 are different, but I don't know. Just figuring out how different the different one actually is, and then making sure that there are 3 of them. I was like, I don't want to figure that out. I think if it was more shiny or like metallic or something other than just the color, then I would be able to tell more easily. But yeah, that's the idea, is that you're looking for something like that. A T-pose, 1 person in a T-pose. So I do know that person is right here. 2 people playing with a ball and a person hiding behind a wall. So people playing with a ball, and I think that's the person hiding is right here. So yeah, good job. I didn't ask if I could give, criticism to anybody, so I'm not gonna really talk too much about ways that I think things could be better. Maybe at some point I will do that, but I don't want to give unwarranted criticism. So next one was Quillman, and this one was different because it was animated. So we can take a look at that on here. I think the style was very fun. Let's full screen it. So this was Adventure Time inspired. this character right here. I think the style is pretty cool. It's very 2D, like a lot was done with grease pencil, except for the floating shapes. But yeah, so the idea is that you're supposed to find all these shapes, which are all right here. If you want to do that, you totally can. I think I'm just gonna appreciate the art of it, which I think is was pretty original compared to all the other ones. None were sort of style exactly. I think they did a good job. So yeah, check it out if you want to actually find all the things. But otherwise, let's move on. Next, we have another donut one, the second one, which is by AC5. Let's take a look at that. And I think the hints are, again, over here. So they have a few things. So one of these is supposed to be a bagel, apparently. Maybe it's this one. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's this one. Red velvet donut, letters to spell donut, and a small man eating a donut. So there are some letters scattered around. We have an N, U, D, T, and there must be an O somewhere. There's an O. Let's see, is that a person? Yeah, that's a small person eating a donut. A red velvet donut. Let's see, that might be, no, not that one. So we're just looking for a red donut, I believe. Is that this? I'm not quite sure. One of these is a red velvet donut. But anyway, good job. I feel like there's a decent variety in like the color and all that. I like the different sprinkle shapes and stuff. I feel like this is the sort of thing that it could make a good wallpaper maybe. Let's move on. So yeah, good job. Next is Sam. That's this one. So I did actually find everything in this one before, and we have the list in the corner up here. So I spy with my little eye 3 little Lego guys. So I know we have 1 here, 2, and 3 right there. 3 fidget spinners. So we have 1 right here, 2, 3. The 2 of clovers, which is a card. And this one I thought was actually really good because of the misdirection. So you would think that you're looking at the cards scattered all around and stuff like that, but it's actually on the cover of the book, which I thought was a good misdirection. A secret message. Now, if Sam is watching this, I did find it, but I'm not going to show it. If you want to find the secret message, you can find it yourself. Whoops, my bad. I keep accidentally hitting the arrow over there. So this one is Scully, which is a reference to my profile picture. So, and I know that it's over here. This is actually something I drew before I made my profile picture, and I posted it on Discord. So that's what it's a reference to. Yeah, I thought this one was great. It's like a good variety of stuff. I think the texturing is good. Materials, lighting. It looks pretty photoreal. Okay, next we have Artfish, which did an underwater scene. I believe, let's see. Okay, no, there is a list in the image itself. Okay, so 7 rocks, a crystal rock, 7 rocks. I'm not entirely sure like which ones are rocks and which ones are connected, so I'm not gonna really look for that. But I do really just enjoy the scene, like that we have like an underwater thing, some good assets going on. I like the caustics to have like it looks like water's coming down. You have like interesting lights and stuff. It's pretty cool. I assume that's a pillar. It says 2 pillars, 1 pillar, 2 pillar, 4 coral fire plants. So this kind of requires like looking up what these things are. Like I don't know what a coral fire plant is. It's probably one of the red ones. Montipora cap and some flowers. So again, I don't know what that is, but I assume it's one of these things in here. All right, if you want to look these things up, then go right ahead. Otherwise, let's move on. I do think this was a pretty cool one. I like the style. So good job to Artfish. And then we have King Adam. Let's see. And he posted the list on Discord. So the first thing is a yellow marker. Let's pull that up. This is another one that's pretty photoreal. I think it's nice. I don't think it's that. That could be it, but I'm not sure. That's probably it. That's because it has a yellow cap. A purple book, red pencil, colors. Yeah, I might not try to find some of these just because I'm not sure if I'll be able to tell properly. But there are quite a lot of books to look at, including some that are hidden a little more, which is nice. I think there's enough detail that things can be hidden and like forgotten pretty easily or like overlooked, which is like kind of the point. So there's got to be a purple one among these. What was the next one? A red pencil. Again, red. Don't know how easily I'll be able to tell. Like it might be one of these, but it's a little harder to tell with the lighting and whatnot. But people who don't have terrible eyes probably can tell much more easily than me. A pair of eyeglasses, an alien butterfly sticker. So a pair of eyeglasses, an alien butterfly sticker. Okay, gotta find the glasses. Those are binoculars, so they're not glasses. Let's see if I can just see it from a distance. Maybe I'm missing something. Just in case I skip over some of the silence, I am actually looking for the eyeglasses pretty hard, and I don't see them anywhere. Oh, I think those are the glasses. I think that's them. That was a tricky one. Then I assume there was like an alien butterfly or something that is probably over here because there are a bunch of stickers, but I might be wrong because it could be on something else. An alien butterfly. I think that's it. So yeah, good job. I think things were hidden pretty well. From a distance, it doesn't look like there might be that much going on. So it is a little deceptive. And I think that's a good thing about it. King Adam always does pretty well with textures and lights. I feel like that's definitely like his strength. So yeah, good job. I believe that's it. So yeah, thanks to everybody who took part in that. I really liked this one. I think we should do something like this again. Maybe I'll bring I Spy back another time, maybe with a different theme. But yeah, I thought this was a lot of fun. So again, if you want to join in on the next challenge, then drop by Discord and submit. Say hi, whatever. Even if you just want to drop by Discord to check out the submissions, then you can do that too. So yeah, have a good one. See you next time.